Welcome to Disc Golf's High Desert Classic in beautiful Conscious Lake, New Mexico. I'm Jonathan, your friendly announcer of this splendid athletic contest.
And I'm Max, your co-host, and boy howdy, we are way out in the boondocks, surrounded by rocks and water and all sorts of gnarly elements.
And here are the tournament qualifiers, Mike and Mark, warming up for some grueling competition.
Let's get into the action on our first hole. This is a tricky little downhill number surrounded by that creepy-looking vegetation.
And here's Mark now with a very agreeable toss that rattles the chains.
And there's Mike with a roundhouse something or other. That looks like a lucky shot to me.
Well, it's results that count, of course, in any tournament, but it never hurts to look like a celebrity.
Check out the form on this guy. It looks like he just can't miss.
Ah, but Mike gets the job done once again with a vile little whip.
Now, this here's a short little putt. And he puts it in, yes!
Well, let's see if Mike can do the same. And sure enough, it looks like these fellas will stay at even par.
This next hole has some ugly rocks and then nasty-looking bushes all over the place. If this is the flora, I'd hate to see the fauna.
Yes, this is definitely not a beauty contest. But it does appear that our contestants have thrown some sensible shots once again.
This hole looks like it's straight downhill.
Yes, quite a dicey shot. And there's Mark once again laying it in.
Mike looks a little nervous, but he manages to curve it in somehow.
No bogeys thus far, but we still have a long way to go.
Here's Mark now with another smooth-looking shot. He sure makes it look easy.
And now Mike gives it a run. Oh, and it's swell.
Who makes up these names, anyhow?
I wager it's some overpaid producer with nothing better to do.
I'll buy that.
Oh, now there's a wicked curve, but it's in.
That dude is amazing.
Now it's Mike's turn for his chance at a little misery. Oh, and it's another clean shot to stay at even par.
This next hole is surrounded by some bad-looking stuff. Is that for real?
Well, there's another decent shot right in the cradle. Now, let's see if Mike can handle the pressure.
He's sure taking his time. Oh, and he misses.
There's a lot of sadness in this world.
Amen, brother. That's the truth.
Looks like the wind is picking up.
Whoa, take a look at that curveball.
He certainly read the wind properly. Now let's see if Mike is up to this.
Ooh, and it's in!
Hole number 10, and the wind is still getting stronger. But as they say in Scotland, nae wind, nae golf.
Yeah, but it looks like Mark lays another bullet right in there.
Look at that banana, quite the peculiar shot.
So what exactly is a shimo?
I'm not sure I'd like to know. But there's another clever shot for Mark.
Oh my God! Look at that hideous fling!
That Mike is one fortuitous fellow.
Okay, let's see how them babies will fly in this wind.
Well, there's a handy toss. That chap wasn't Nancy dancing around on that one.
And Mike does the same, but he's still one shot behind. And they're coming into the home stretch.
Just 5 holes to go, and the wind is still a factor. I can't imagine the pressure these intrepid athletes are under.
Well, Mark makes it look easy once again.
Now it's Mike's turn, and he curls it in. Now we're proceeding into the home stretch, and it looks like Mark is bearing up under the strain.
He just needs to keep making his shots to finish up at even par.
And a very congenial shot indeed.
But it looks like Mike is laying on the pressure. Now let's go to hole 15.
This is another treacherous hole, with rocks and vegetation coming into play.
Doesn't look like any vegetables I've ever eaten, but they could get in the way, I guess.
Well, it doesn't appear to cause any problems for our leader. But let's see if Mike can deliver another par.
It wasn't pretty, but it's in. Maybe we'll see some weeping on this next hole. What do you think, Johnny?
Well, there's certainly nothing to cry about there. That's another commendable shot.
That looks more like a lunge, but at least it's in.
Here we are at number 17. And Mark makes it look easy once again. What a remarkable competitor.
Mike's taking his time. Ooh, that's a real stinker, but it's in.
With only one hole to go, this is truly a classic saga of titanic proportions.
If Mark can make this final shot, there's no way that Mike can catch up. And here it is. Oh, it looks like we have us a winner.
Actually, Max, there's a rarely invoked rule on this course called the lefty graze, which counts as a birdie. If Mike can ricochet off that rock and into the basket using his opposite hand, he can tie the game at the 11th hour.
Well, that just says it all. We've got us a tie, and it looks like they'll be splitting the winner's purse.
I hardly suspect that either of these fine gentlemen ever carry a purse. However, I do believe that the grandeur of this astonishing event will forever abide in the hearts and minds of all of our fellow disc golfers.
You're right, Johnny boy.
And as the sun sets slowly in the west, we leave our weary champions to their peaceful repose after the perfect game.
The sunset is the sunrise from the other side. There are radicals everywhere.